Bonjour, hello, welcome to MaxMountainWorld. Today I'm going to go up the other side of the mountain from the peak vert lift. Now I'm taking this lift up. I've taken this lift up before. Last time I was up here, did a couple of videos and I walked back down the side. This time I'm going to take this lift up and I'm going to continue on the next one, which has only just opened a couple of days ago. Reason for going up? There's a few reasons. I'll cover that actually in the video. The main reason is because I've got a lift pass for the season, so I might as well use it. I can. There we go. Here goes to the video today. Bonjour! And it always helps to be cheery, you know, it costs nothing. Bonjour! And yeah, just a couple of clips. It's a beautiful day here, just a couple of clouds kicking around, beautiful sunny day. Temperature just after midday was 22 degrees down at Les-Orres 1650, about 21 or so, a little bit colder, not noticeably so, up at 1800. So I'm going to carry on up here, as I say, a couple of little clips en route, and then at the top there I'll go over exactly what I'm looking for in this one and what I'm hoping to find. Just going over one of the mountain bike tracks, takes a little corner in there, heads around, round these trees and down, and there's a couple of yumps for them and stuff. So as I arrive up here in the arrival point for this chairlift, a little walk down, maybe 100 meters or so, and I'll then take this one up, the push-down lift that goes right up there. Long time since I was on that one. And be good to go up there and just see what's happening, what it looks like, see what's going on and all that stuff. Just take in all the stuff. The restaurant there, Chalet des Fontaines, I did a video on that. I'll put a link in the top right of the screen now for that one. And of course, mountain bikers aplenty. And we have people up walking as well. They're basically doing the same as me. You can take these lifts up, you don't have to take a mountain bike up, you can take up, go walking and stuff. Again, little pool area in front of the restaurant there. Very popular, very nice place to have a snack or a lunch or a full meal or whatever. So I think this is one of the workers going down, not too sure, we'll have to see. Bonjour! And put the camera away so I can safely dismount. Bonjour! And brisk walk to the right. We're done. Good. Bonjour. Among all the sounds of the lift and stuff, there's always the lovely sounds of rivers running. And I'll zoom in on here. Here's something. That's where old pylons go to die. Sorry if that wasn't so clear, it was just a last minute decision to do that one. Still plenty of snow melting above, although there's not much left, but it doesn't take much to cause all these little riverlets. And again, this is where old pylons go to die. They get used for something. Just look at the texture of this grass and stuff. Wow! And just after departure there, we just passed the new Tyrolean wire. I'll give a better view of that on the way down. Little off-piste couloir that I do from time to time. We'll just crest this as well, and then we get a beautiful view of the top of the mountain. All the flora about now, just astonishingly beautiful place. Now the viewer's view over to the right is, apart from one piece which is called the Grand Cabane, again I've done a video on that and I'll put a link into that one on the top right of your screen now. But they're trying to avoid all the mountain bikers coming down this side because all the works and stuff are only just below us to the right there. and just make out Les-Orres 1800 behind us. And I suspect that on arrival at the top here, there's going to be all sorts of signs steering them over to the left there, so that they don't come down here and happen upon places that are blocked off and closed. This is a very, very wide and fast area of skiing. Normally at this point I would probably be in excess of 80 kilometers an hour on skis, maybe well over 50 miles an hour. And yeah, a perfectly safe place to do so normally when it's perfectly groomed. So over to the left, this is another valley over the side there, and I reckon that the mountain bikes will have some kind of route planned out to head over that way. In winter there's all sorts of snow cannons and snow pistols around for making snow and reinforcing the snow and creating good bases and stuff. They're fed by this little lake behind us to the left there. Hopefully I've got the camera right in this one. But yeah, a little lake just down the bottom there, man-made lake, fed by the rivers from the melt from the top there, so it's full just now. And another little off-piste area. People like to do this one because it's under the lift. It's under the lift and they can get a bit of street cred by leaving their marks or whatever. I've seen some pretty serious tumbles going on down there as well. People that just aren't capable of doing it but giving it a shot because it looks easy. And yeah, across to the right, a black slope to the right of us, a black piste, ski piste. But again, just really this area is just open for people up walking, the serious walkers or people who want to walk down. I don't think I'll be doing that today because I've only come up in t-shirt, one of my famous stunt t-shirts, and I don't want to get roasted too much by the sun, the old Scottish skin, and the sun is mega strong here. It's got less atmosphere to go through at altitude. So just as we crest this one as well, check out the colours. Pinks, yellows, wow. As we're coming up here to about just over 2,500, I think it's 2,530 metres, we're now approaching the top of the tree line on the north facing side of it. So south facing, yeah, a bit different, but up on the on north facing or generally north facing slopes, we're at the top of the tree line. The smaller trees and forests are all down below us. So just a wee bit further up, as you can see this cloud passing right to left. The general system and wind today seems to be coming northwest, from the northwest. So we've got a wind behind me, so hopefully shouldn't be any problems with wind noise and stuff like that. You can see the formation of the rocks up here as well. That's general all over the Alps. And yeah, just incredible. Hard to believe that the Alps actually came originally from the bottom of the sea. Anyway, I'm going to crest this, then I arrive back in. I'll go back over like I've done the previous ones there onto the sunglasses cam, a lot easier to handle on my gear en route. So here we go, going to arrive up at the top, well almost the top. Fire up, same procedure, walk briskly to the right of it, then it slows down, clear, and off we go. It's a small bit windy up here, but quite often when they dig out trees, when they cut down trees and stuff, they get carvings made of them. We've got a little marmot on the go here and a thing for advertising to take your rubbish home with you. A little bit of a guide as well for the people up walking, whatever, where they can and can't go. And there's a mega viewpoint out there as well. We'll see what happens there. Over to the left here, what we have is the remaining snow. But this is actually a little mini glacier. It goes down about 30 metres apparently. You can see to the left of it, if I zoom in, the machine that prepares at the end of each day just basically runs up and down, and there's a lot of plastic sledges left lying about for all the kids to play on it. So looks pretty cool. As I said, a lot of stuff marked closed off left now, looking down, just basically to avoid the bikes going over that side too far. And we have this Meteo en temps real, that's the weather in real time. So just looking down to Embrun at the bottom here, 800 meters altitude. As I said, we're at about 2,300, so that's about 1,500 meters below us. Wow, and what a view today, the top end of the lake, and it's beautiful turquoise and stuff. So quick view check along, and we've got the mountain. You can see the top of the tree line that I mentioned over here, just below us. And again, that's facing more south, so it's a bit more scorched up above. The tree line there is a bit lower. And over towards the Ekran, looking north now, and clouds have got a good flat bottom. That's a good sign. It means that they're lifting or disappearing. And in the end up here, the Zenith restaurant open today, open since the weekend. So looks like the time is beer o'clock and snack o'clock. Maybe snack past beer, I don't know. From the glacier, there's this path over to the viewpoint. Doesn't look like much of a walk, but it's deceptive. And just to put it into perspective, don't you know it, I'm still a poet? That's some people. So really, they've got a bit of a walk ahead. It is a fair old stroll. I've done that before a few times. I've skied it a few times too. Okay, so fish and chips it is then. This is very Costa del Sol like in the south of Spain. You get all the English visitors going down and stuff, and all they can eat is fish and chips, but they do it really, really well here. So the other thing, cheers. Just in the restaurant here as well, they've got these covers to sort of give protection of the sun, but one little side effect I've noticed is that the shadow on the table kind of gives it a sort of dizzying effect from time to time. It just kind of moves around very slowly. It's like you're losing your balance, but you're not. Kind of weird. Okay, so I've kind of moved away from there. I found that dizzying effect not so great. But yeah, just looking over to the viewpoint, I'm going to see if I've got time, I'll go over there and do a little view check. But you can see, just with the size of these people, just how far away that is. I mean, that's zooming right in. I think I was up at about 60 there. There's some people down below as well who are planning obviously to walk down Grand Caban. If I had more time, if it was a day off, I'd be doing that. But again, at the distance, if I zoom out, these are people just walking down, and you'll see just how far away that is. Yeah. So I'll do this walk after I've had my fish and chips and my beer. Maybe have a wee shot at that as well. This is kind of like a Christmas tree thing. I was up here in winter one time with all the radio gear, and I was right there. I'll put a video link in again, top right of the screen there. And had a fantastic time up here. The only time I was up here in winter, and yeah, now up here in summer for the first time. That lift just opened up the weekend, so fish and chips, sauces, beer, cigarette, phone. This is perfect. Now this fella's just walked up the side of there. I think he just wants to run his mountain bike down the snow. Not too sure, but yeah, bit of background noise. I'm going to talk over it. Yeah, go on, race it, man. Oh. You must have enjoyed that. Wait for another shot. So just leaving the restaurant now, and this isn't the top. The top is, there's a teleski, a ski tow that goes up here, and it goes up to the very top, and the very top up there is 2,720 meters, I think. to be corrected on the edit if need be. And my next protocol, going to see what these guys are up to. We're well above the tree line up here as well, but that doesn't mean that nothing grows. We've got stuff like this, and generally the terrain here is sort of a mix of grass and this kind of stony stuff, and higher up it's just rocks and stones and whatever. So quick visit to the glacier, our little glacier, and then a little walk, I was going to say little walk, I think a big walk out to the viewpoint, and I'll perform my standard view check out there. So yeah, this guy is the machine Light Wolf. Now I've been in one of these, and I'll put a link into the video. It's in French, and I was up preparing piste one night a couple of winters ago. So this is what they've prepared on top of the glacier, and as I say, this goes right down. So let's go and have a wee shot, I think. Got a guy just switched on the camera for me down here. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I think I'll follow that little girl's tracks. Now, oh, I've got that the wrong way round, because you've got to hold it underneath, and here we go. Yeehaw! Whoa! Fuck! There's one burn. Whoa! Yay! Woohoo! Wow! Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Woo! Oh! Un peu. Ça crame aussi. Bon, merci, monsieur. Voilà. Ça a marché, c'est bon? Parfait. Super. Oh, wow. C'était bon, oui? Oh, je suis un peu mouillé, mais... A lot of flies up here today. But when you come off that teleski, the ski tow, you can actually go just behind here. And then just over there, over the top there, the other side, you go off-piste. Rather than taking this black run down, which is very, very fast, you can take an off-piste here. Now I'll put another video link in on that one. A day that I went out with a friend and we did some powder skiing off-piste down this area here, and then down Grand Cabane. One of the best skis I've ever had in my life. It was fantastic. So anyway, when we go to the viewpoint over there, when you walk this, it just seems to go on forever. And on, and on, and on. Amongst the wind, I can hear the marmots. There's marmots down the side there, giving the old warning cry. And of course, they stop the minute I get the camera out. So just looking at the other side here, this is where I would ski down off the top of that peak, down the left there and over this. And when I was doing that, you would always use this viewpoint as a place to turn right. Not to go further because there's cliffs, and not to go left because there's that. There's lots of little cairns that people make up here. And view to die for, I'll come back to that in a second. And up here, as I say, this was the point where I would be turning right to avoid cliffs, and also the most fantastic untouched powder ski. Check that video out that I linked to there. And of course in summertime we've got a massive cairn built up here, and the viewpoints that explain what's what. So here's the description of what's what ahead of us here. Another tablet d'orientation, an orientation table that explains all the stuff going on there as well. And then it's even got navigation north, south, east, west, which you'll look north is that way. We have another one here that describes the lake, Lac Sainte-Marguerite, which is a beautiful, tranquil place. Very quiet, very popular with the tourists as well. Very difficult to find because it's almost the same colour as the surroundings. But what a beautiful spot. And there are fish in there too. They come out of frozen animation every year. Because normally that is just like white. Nothing else, just white. And again, another tabular orientation here. And it shows all the peaks and everything. Try and get my shadow out of there. And on a clear day, one thing that's omitted is on a clear day you can actually see the massive de Mont Blanc. You can see some of the peaks of Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc isn't just one peak, it's a series of them, but you can actually see them. Ideal time to do a quick view check. Looking back over to the restaurant that I just had my Scooby snacks and my beer, and the top of the area here. Over the other side there, Crévu, the other mountain, the other resort is over there if you can get past my dirty fingernail, and the mountains over there. The ones with the snow on in the distance are actually in Italy. We're not that far from the frontier here. And looking along down, and 1500, 1.5 kilometres in altitude below us, the town of Embrun, our local town down the mountain. Just working our way around, and over beyond here to the left, zooming in, we've got the massif of Devilwee, where I used to live before I came here, and then the valley behind here. This is the Grand Caban piece that I explained, that I did a video on skiing. Have a look at that one, the link I put up earlier on in the video. And then looking down here, the two resorts of Les-Orres are actually behind the mountain out of sight just now. We can just catch over there the Chef-Lieu, which is the administrative original village of Les-Orres. So, just a quick scan round. Over the other side here towards the lake and down towards the Camargue area, which descends all the way down towards Marseille and down to the Riviera and the Mediterranean. And again, you can see the top level of the ski line, not ski line, the tree lines. And we're well above there. I think down here at the viewpoint we're probably at an altitude of about 2550. So just trying to avoid a bit of the wind noise. Hopefully I'm successful in that, because I really can't be arsed typing over stuff and whatever. But this is me up the top, and this is what happens up the top. A fantastic place, and the first time I've actually brought the cameras up here and done this since I started the YouTube channel back in September in 2018. So yeah, just absolutely brilliant, great. The wind has calmed down, fantastic. What I'll do is on the rollout, I'll do a little tour north, clockwise, right round to north, and I'll point out some stuff, do a bit of zooming, whatever. Have a look at that, because this is spectacular. It's just such a fantastic place to be. I am so fortunate that I have this at my disposal, and this is me at lunchtime. It's not even a day off. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Keep subscribing down there. Until the next video, ciao. Directly north of me here, we're looking over towards Italy direction, towards Italy, Switzerland, Austria, Liechtenstein. They're all over there, just under the clouds in the distance there. And looking back round, over towards the restaurant that I was just having my lunch at. Again, wind, rats. Over to the piste machine and the glacier, the little path over, there's a couple of folk arriving, so hopefully I'll get this done before they're finished. I'll way out of the wind now, so zoom out. Top of this mountain, just over 3,000 metres, and the top of that mountain, just over 3,000 metres. And just looking down below, we've got Lac Sainte-Marguerite, which is absolutely stunning. That is, provided I can find it. As I say, it's not much different in colour from the surroundings. And, oh, jinx, yeah. And there it is there. Probably a lot of people down there. I'm zoomed quite far in. So, just coming away from there, having a look around over the mountain Lopion, where I've done many videos and pointed it out, but from down at the right hand side of where we are now, and over to the valley beyond, place where people ski off piste. They walk up there in the mornings, or mates drop them off with snowmobiles or whatever, and then looking round. And above, further away, Massive Devilwee, that's where I used to live, just beyond the dark mountain in the foreground. And then heading round the Parc des Écrins, we've got the stage ski station, Railon over there. Down the bottom, we can just from here pick up the end of the lake, and we've got Embrun down below us, down there, somewhere in the in the region. Well, I do my calculations. It's about 1,700 meters below here, and in the far distance, unfortunately clouded over. But on a clear day, you can see Mont Blanc, you can see Le Miège on top of Les Orres and Le Grave. And then further round to the right, just the dark mountains ahead that sort of are in the cloud, just down, try a stuffy finger, down that sort of bit there. I'll do arrows in the edit. We've got Cerchevalier and the Cerchevalier Valley, which ends up round at Les Orres and Le Grave anyway. And then down the bottom here, just over the other side, is where our own resorts are. And we're back to the restaurant. People sound like they're having great fun over there, as well as the marmots giving their warnings. I heard a funny noise. It's not my camera. Where is he? I've got a video up for that one too. These are probably the highest trees in the resort. There's an avalanche bomber. Same principle as setting fire to an ashtray, it stops it becoming inflammable. This does the avalanche before it happens. And this is all that's left of Grand Caban piste, that starts up here, snakes round, goes down, goes beyond here to the slightly darker green area, down there, and then it disappears off to the right before that cliff on the right. You can just see, I'll put an arrow in where it disappears around the corner there, and quite a bit of nice off-piste round here. Lots of videos, have a look back in my previous skiing videos, but careful thing to do, not go too far that way. Big cliffs, 300-400 meter drops. Okay, so the return trip down happened at 5:30 beer o'clock. Sorry for the bad joke. Cheers. If you're scared of heights, don't watch the next bit. This is the Tyrolean zip wire. That was a chairlift.